Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Facebook Live. This is the adorable project we're making today, and this is actually a no glue box, so you're going to be able to make a bunch of these. You don't need any adhesive to put them together, and inside are a couple of Ghirardelli chocolate squares, which we'll get to in just a minute. It is such a cute little box, and like I said, you don't need any adhesive, so this is a really good box to have in your repertoire, especially if you do like craft shows or something. You can make these far in advance and they'll store completely flat because you just fold them together as soon as you put your tree inside. So you can make up these far in advance and then just hang on to them. So great for like party favors or shower gifts or anything like that where you're making a bunch of. So I'm going to show you how to make this. But before we get to that, February Paper Pumpkin, you only have about 11 days left to subscribe to February's kit. This is going to be the Sweet Springtime Kit. Makes 9 projects, 3 each of 3 designs. It's going to come in an exclusive little adorable box, which is just so stinking cute. And the last day to subscribe for this is February 10th. There is an add-on kit that will coordinate with January, February, and March's kit, or add-on die set. So you can get this in my online store. It's a $12 die set. You do have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to purchase that die set, but it's great to have. You're going to be able to use it for all 3 kits, January through March. And yeah, it's going to be a good kit. I cannot wait for that one. All right, guys, so Monday I posted about my card crate. That's my class to go. This is going to be my February card crate. I'm using the Bright Skies bundle. This bundle is so phenomenal. And that's actually what we're using today. We're using the Bright Skies bundle today for this box too. So if you love the box, if you love the look of this, make sure that you check out my card crate. Card crate is a class to go. If you don't have the bundle, you can add it on and I will pay the tax and shipping on that for you. So you can add that onto your kit. The class is $35 if you're local in Albuquerque. I also have an in-person option. If you're in Albuquerque, you can come to my in-person option for the card crate, and then you don't need to provide your own stamp sets. I'll provide those. But this month is all going to be either fun folds or movement cards, and they are so adorable. You don't want to miss these cards. These are phenomenal cards, and they are just so fun and so cute. You're gonna love these cards. So if you love this bundle, if you love that Bright Skies bundle, make sure that you check out my card crate. You get $20 in product, and card crate includes PDF and video instructions, regardless of whether you attend my in-person event or get it as your class to go. So this is an amazing stamp set. I have not stopped playing with it. I absolutely love it. I think this is probably my favorite bundle in the mini catalog. So check that out. It's a great bundle to have on hand. And like I said, this is the one we're featuring today. All right, we are in the very final days of January. This is it. Tomorrow is February 1st. So this is the last day. If you're shopping today, this is the last day to use this host code. I will have a brand new host code tomorrow for February 1st. And we only have 1 more month of celebration. So if you have not gotten all of your celebration goodies, make sure that you get them in the next month. It's just such a good time to shop because of celebration. You get a free item for every $50 you spend. So it's a great time to shop. It's also a great time to join. I'm using the glass mat, which is exclusive to the join offer. You have to join Stampin' Up! To get the glass mat. It's the only way to get the glass mat. It's $99 to join. You get to choose $125 in product, and you're going to get the glass mat for free, which is a $60 value. You're going to get the glass mat, the cleaning cloth, and the silicone mat that goes with it. There are so many techniques that you can do with this glass mat. I'll be using this glass mat even beyond celebration. So if you love it, make sure that you are thinking about joining. It's always a really good time to join. So especially during celebrations. So it's really just a great time to join. Okay, but let's jump into our project. I've pulled out my Simply Scored and my cardstock, which we'll talk about in just a minute, but I want to show you how this works as a no glue box. So the top and the bottom are going to pretty much open like this, and then it's just going to unfold like this. And you have your little Ghirardelli squares inside. It'll fit 2 of these. And so if you're making a bunch of these, you can assemble them with, even with the front piece on, you can assemble them and then just store them completely flat, just like this. So that is what we're going to do. And then when you're ready to box it all up, you stick those in the middle, you fold it over, and then you just tuck in the bottom, just like this. And then you just tuck in the top tabs, just like this. And so it'll all stay perfectly together. It is the perfect little little gift, little craft show item. So it's just great. So that's the basics of it. So let's get to making it. So I have a piece of black. I'm using basic black cardstock, and this piece is 8 1/4 by 5 1/4. And we're gonna do some scoring. So on the 5 1/4 inch side, we're going to score it 3/4, 1 1/2, 3 3/4, and at 4 1/2. Okay, then we're going to turn it onto the 5 1/4 inch side, and we're going to score it at 2 1/4, 3. Oops, my thing jumped. There we go. 3, 5 1/4. No, wait, that's not right. I did the scoring wrong, you guys. It wasn't looking right. Hold on. Let's grab another piece of paper. I knew that didn't look right. All right, that's what happens when you. Yeah, that's what happens when you aren't paying attention. Okay, so we're gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut off 1/4 inch. That's gonna be 8 1/4, and then we're gonna cut this down to 5 1/4. All right, let's try this again. So 8 1/4 by 5 1/4, and okay, on the long side, we're going to score at 2 1/4, 3, 5 1/4, and 6. That looks better. Okay, so those are for the 8 1/4 inch side. Now all the measurements are in the video description, and they'll all be on my blog in a little bit, so don't worry about writing any of it down because it's clearly like a hot mess. Okay, on the short side, score it 3/4, 1 1/2, 3 3/4, and 4 1/2. That looks much better. That's how it's supposed to look. When I was scoring that first side on the other one, I was like, that doesn't look right. And it wasn't. All right, so this is what it's gonna look like. So we're gonna fold and burnish on all those score lines. So grab your bone folder. Again, bone folders are your magical tool when you're making boxes. If you make a lot of boxes, make sure that you have a bone folder. Bone folders are also great for cards too. When you burnish your score line on your card, it helps your card actually lay a little flatter. So bone folders are great for that too. Okay, I'm gonna burnish on all of those score lines. Now from here, it doesn't matter which side you use. All of these little panels are the same. There's like a square, a skinny rectangle, square, skinny rectangle, square. So it doesn't matter which side you start on, but we're going to just choose a side, and I'm going to pull out my long paper scissors for this. We're going to cut off, I'm going to start on my left side, and we're going to cut out these 2 rectangles on the top and the bottom. So we'll start by doing that. So I'm just going to cut right along that score line. We're going to cut out these 2 rectangles from the bottom, and we're going to do the same on the top. I'm using my long scissors this time just to make sure that we get a straight edge. You can even use your paper trimmer if you want. Okay, so we're going to skip these squares for a minute, and we're just going to cut down that. But I'm going to fold this out of the way, just move that square, and I'm going to cut along this long edge again. And we are going to take out these 2 rectangles again on the second panel. But for now, I'm leaving those square pieces. Okay, we're going to do the same on this side. We're going to cut up these score lines right here. I'm going to cut up this score line, and then we're just going to cut out this panel right here. Just those long rectangles. Now I will say that I did not create this box. This box was actually, I saw this created by fellow demonstrator Julie DiMatteo, and so I just copied her template. And there's a link to her original blog post on my blog as well, so you can check that out if you want to go back to the original creator of this, which is Julie. Okay, so then I cut those squares again. So this is where we're at so far. So the only thing we've cut off are those 2 rectangles on the top and the bottom of the left and the center panels. Okay, so I'm gonna put my big scissors away. I'm gonna switch to my small paper snips, and we're gonna go through and just cut off the outside squares on all 4 of these little panels here. So we don't need these little squares. We're gonna cut those off, and then we're going to notch in on all of these squares. Like that. So just trim those just at an angle. This is just going to be our little tabs that go inside the box. So just trim those up. And nobody's going to pay attention to if these are straight or not. They're just going to be happy to get a gift. Okay. So this is what it should look like. Just like that. Let me get all this trash out of the way. So I'll leave that there. If you need to take a screenshot or take some notes, that's what it's supposed to look like. All these little black triangles are everywhere. Okay. So get rid of that. So that's that. Now, at this point, if you want to add little thumb notches, you add those to the centerpiece. That's to help open and close the box a little better. I didn't add those to this one. You could if you wanted. I didn't add those to mine, but you absolutely could. For this one though, for these 2 rectangles on the top and the bottom here, I am going to use my corner rounder punch, and that's just going to help our box fold together a little bit more when we go to tuck in our tabs. Having those sharp corners off and rounded will actually help assemble it a little bit better. So this is your final trimming. Again, if you wanted to add thumb notches, you would just center those in this middle square here. Okay. All right. So let's work on the front of our box. So where did our box go? Let's work on our stamping and the front of our box there. So I am using the Bright Skies bundle. So I'm going to pull that out again. This is our Bright Skies bundle. I just love this. I love the greeting. I love the font. And then I love all the little clouds and stuff. So that's what we're going to use. So I have just a piece of white here, just a scrap piece of white. And we're going to do some stamping. So I have basic gray, and we're going to stamp this little cloud, this little like stripy cloud. We're going to stamp that on basic white, and close that. Then I have the really big cloud. Now we're going to end up trimming off a lot of these clouds, especially this big one. We're going to trim off quite a bit of this. So if you're making a bunch of these, you could probably stamp this one cloud for 2 different boxes. You can just use pieces of it for probably 2. All right, so we're going to stamp that. We have this big one, and this is maybe my favorite cloud in this. It is so fun. It's like little rainbows all over that cloud. Isn't that fun? And that's stamped in Lost Lagoon. All right, and one more stamp. We're going to do the sun and Daffodil Delight. There is a die cut if you don't want to stamp the sun. If you're making a bunch of these, sometimes it's easier to just die cut them and assemble them. There is a sun in here that you can die cut the outline, and then you can die cut the center, and that makes a really, really adorable little sun stacked up. So, and then there's lots of raindrops, cloud borders, there's a little lightning bolt. Super cute. It's a really fun die set. Okay, so you're going to die cut all of these, and through the magic of television, I've already got that done. Plus I die cut another cloud from that same die set, just in Lost Lagoon cardstock. So we have our basic gray stripe cloud, our Lost Lagoon cloud, our sun, and then another cloud. Okay, so we have that ready to go. Now for our greeting, I heat embossed this. I stamped this in Versamark, and I covered it with the white embossing powder, and then I heated it up, and so that left me with this one, with this greeting. So I just did that on basic black cardstock, and then I just trimmed it to the height of the words, and then just trimmed it to about the width of the words, just with about 1/4 of an inch on the sides. All right, so that is all of our pieces. So we are ready to go. So we're going to mount all of this onto a 2 1/8 by 2 1/8 piece of Lost Lagoon, and that's going to fit perfectly onto our card or our box front here. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to start with this one, and I'm just going to add adhesive just to the corner, to the left corner, and we are just going to stick that on just in the corner over here, and then I'll flip it over and we'll just trim off anything outside. So see, you'll still have this piece left you can use on another box. You may have to just kind of turn it and do it this way, but you can still use this piece on another box. So if you're making a bunch of these, you are set up for success. Okay, so we have that. We just have that in the corner up there. Okay, we are going to add this cloud with some dimensionals. And I have some little minis, and I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. I'm going to kind of try to keep it more toward the center of this box, because again, we're going to be trimming off the edges of this, and this is going to go just over here. We're going to trim off this edge now that's hanging off. Anything that's hanging off, we want to trim off. Okay, we have this box, or this little cloud, that's going to go on here. I am going to use one dimensional just right next to that kind of stripy cloud, and then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this. So this is going to sit flat on the cloud on the left, and then on the right it's going to make sure that it's popped up. We're just going to do that. This piece is hanging over, so we're just going to trim that off. Okay, it's coming together. We're going to add our sun, of course, with dimensionals. So let me pull out a couple of those. We'll add those, put them in the middle because the top of the sun will hang off the top of the box. And so you want to make sure that you don't have adhesive exposed back here. So put those in the middle, and then we're just going to tuck this into our clouds. That's so cute. So this comes together super fast. And then I'm going to just pull off the edge piece of my dimensionals here. And we are going to stick on the greeting, and that's just going to go right on the very bottom down here. So I just stuck that edge piece. You can use, you know, a couple dimensionals on that. And then our greeting will just go on there, and it's going to overlap maybe like 3/8 of an inch on each side. It's just going to overlap just a little bit on each side. All right, so that is the front of our box. So let's get that onto the front of our box. You know, we're going to use dimensionals. We'll use dimensionals again. Let me cut off some of these edge pieces. Cut off a couple of these. The mini dimensionals have great edge pieces. They have nice wide edge pieces, which I love for projects like this. Okay, so the front of our box is going to be the box where we have our rounded tabs at the top. So we're going to lay that down. Now you're only going to get about 1/8 of a border around each side. So just set that down just like that. Now we're going to add some gems just to finish off that panel. So these are the iridescent pastel gems. These are in our annual catalog, and I'm going to use these blue ones. And we're going to do a big one, a little one. I love these gems. They are so pretty. The big ones are a little bit too big for cards. I think that they create a little bit of a post office issue. They don't like these bigger gems. So I like to use these bigger gems, especially for 3D items like this, because a 3D item you're probably not mailing, so you can go as big as you want. All right, now to finish this off, we're going to add a little bit of ribbon. This is our Lost Lagoon ribbon. We're going to tie this around the top, and we're just going to make sure it's straight along the back. This is this Lost Lagoon ribbon is in our annual catalog. And make sure I'm in camera. So I'm just going around the top, and I'm going to make sure to tie the bow on the opposite side of the sun. That way that we'll still be able to peek out there. Now, if you find it easier to tie the bow after the box is filled, you can save this step for the end, right before you or right after you fill the boxes. But if you are making a bunch of these and just want to get them all created and stored for whatever occasion, you can add the ribbon now, and then it'll all be ready to go. So just trim off those ends for the ribbon. And this Lost Lagoon ribbon is so pretty. It's called bordered ribbon. It almost looks like denim to me. I love it. So that is just around that middle section on the top. So when the box folds over like this, you're going to have that bow just on the top. Okay, so let's get this all assembled up. So I'm going to put in my little Ghirardelli squares here, right in that middle panel. You're going to fold over the panel without the sides, and then you're going to fold over the other panel, and this is going to require just a little bit of maneuvering. Fold over the bottom, fold those tabs over, And then you're just going to close up the bottom. Now once you get one side in, the box will pretty much stay together. And there we go. There we go. So once you get that in, then you just have your box pretty much ready to go, just like that. And then you'll just fold in the top, just like a normal box, and you're ready to go, just like that. So like I said, this is a great box to make. You can make these in advance. If you have craft shows coming up, if you know you do a lot of craft shows, maybe for the holiday season, you can make a bunch of Christmas themed boxes that are ready to go. And I think those would be really cute, and you can work far in advance with these. If you have bridal showers or baby showers coming up, this is another one you can make far in advance, and then just fill them up, you know, a couple days before the actual party. So that is it. That is our sweet little Bright Skies box. Remember, if you love this bundle, check out the card crate. There's a link in the video description to check out all the details on the card crate. The last day to sign up for my card crate class to go is February 11th. So make sure that you check that out and get all registered for that class before then. This host code is only good through the rest of today. Tomorrow, February 1st, I will have a brand new host code. If you're watching this on Facebook, please share this with your friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out. And I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll be back on Sunday for Celebration Sunday. I have 3 cards. We're going to make 3 cards using the Softly Sophisticated bundle. This is a $100 option in our celebration catalog. It also comes with an embossing folder. So we're going to make 3 cards using this. And it's going to lead to the Celebration Sunday project for 2 weeks from now. So get more details on that on Celebration Sunday this week. And I'll post more details about that this weekend. All right. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye.